Dare to Be Stupid, a Weird Al fan film by Michael Mansurani Jr., based on the musician Weird Al Yankovic. Fade in, exterior, Santa's workshop, night. Snow blankets on the ground as more falls from the sky. The building sits engulfed in flames as a helicopter flies overhead. Debris and pieces of charred reindeer lay about the ground. Interior, SWAT helicopter, night. The side door of the helicopter is open. Gold leader, 40s, a rough-looking SWAT leader, kneels by the open door. He carries a sniper rifle in his hands. Exterior, Santa's workshop, night. Various military and emergency vehicles sit feet away from the building. SWAT teams, medical professionals, and so on aid any remaining elves and reindeer. Al Yankovic, 20s, stands slightly closer to the flames. His gun's drawn. He's dressed like a detective straight out of a noir film from the 1930s and sporting a fro and caterpillar-esque mustache. Next to Al stands Harvey Little, 30s, a half-man, half-hamster detective. He's dressed the same as Al. Between the two detectives and the building stands Santa Claus, dressed in his famous red suit. The suit's torn and blood-stained, and two ammo belts hang over Santa's jacket. Santa has a hold on Madonna, 20s, who's dressed as her typical pop star persona, as he points a gun to her head.
Let her go, Kringle.
Maybe you should ask a little nicer.
Please?
Santa lets go of Madonna. Madonna approaches Al.
You okay, Madonna?
She slaps him before walking towards the emergency vehicles.
Okay. Maybe I deserved that.
Al walks over to Santa.
Was that so hard?
Al takes out his handcuffs.
Then so be it.
Santa reaches out his arms as Al walks towards him and puts the cuffs on.
Hey, before we go, I got a little present for you.
What?
A gift magically appears next to Harvey. Al nods to him, and Harvey bends over and takes out a knife.
You made quite a life for yourself, Detective. You must be proud.
Quiet.
Harvey carefully cuts off the bow, unwraps the paper, and opens the box to see a broken accordion. Harvey jumps up. He looks over to Al and Santa before grabbing hold of his walkie-talkie. Into the walkie-talkie.
Stand by, Gold Leader. Hold fire.
On the walkie-talkie. Roger, Roger.
Al, put your gun down.
Harvey runs towards Al and Santa.
I wish I could have lived like you.
Shut up!
To Harvey.
Harvey, what's going on?
I'm trying to tell you how much I admire you and your precious dreams.
What did you say?
It's disturbing how a being with my power can pick up someone's most inner desires. I visited your home last night while you were sleeping. I tried to play wannabe musician. I tried to live the life of a dream. It didn't work out. So I packaged up a little something for you. A few pieces that were left.
Harvey gets closer to them.
Al, give me the gun.
What's up?
Just put the gun down.
You opened the present. What was in the present?
Oh, the emotions of a regular human being. What a thing to be naughty or nice.
You gotta listen to me.
What's in the present?
I just told you, Alfred.
You shut your mouth. You lied.
It's what he wants. He wants you to be naughty.
No, tell me it's not true.
Come on, be naughty, Alfred.
Tell me it's all right.
What sweet music you could have made.
Shut up! Al, if you hurt him, he wins.
Oh, Lord.
Al aims his gun at Santa as the latter stares with a grin on his face. Santa lets out a revolting screech. Al drops his gun and punches Santa in the face, to which Harvey pulls him off. Santa vanishes into thin air. His red suit and the ammo belt stay behind. Interior, police department, lobby, day. Al and Harvey sit on a bench outside the chief's office.
The chief's gonna fire you for sure.
He can't fire me if I don't work here.
What?
Just the whole thing we dealt with. Got me thinking of what's important to me.
But you're...
I'll buy a new one. Then, take it on the road. I also gotta work things out with Madonna. That's gonna be fun.
Do what you want to do. I won't question it.
Thanks.
Al sighs.
Oh,
Harvey digs through his jacket pocket.
before we go in there, not that it means anything now, but I found this in St. Nick's suit.
He pulls out a purple card with Prince's love symbol on it.
What do you think it means?
Not sure. A calling card, maybe? If it is, I think they may be behind Kringle losing his marbles.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Al gives the card back to Harvey. Exterior Newman's Bar, night. A bright neon sign shines in the darkness. Multiple people walk past or in and out of the building.
Oh, my little hungry one, open up a package of my bologna. Oh, I think the toast is done. The toast is done. Top it with a little of my bologna.
Harvey starts to walk past but stops in place before heading inside. Interior Newman's Bar, night. Patrons either sit at the counter or dance near the stage. Some partake in a mix of beverages and conversations. On the stage, Al's playing the song on his accordion. His bandmates alongside him playing their respective instruments. Al sports a Hawaiian shirt to go with his more casual attire.
Never gonna stop, eat it up. Such a tasty snack. I always eat too much and throw up. But I'll soon be back for my, yee, woo, my bologna.
Harvey enters and approaches the counter.
Spreading on the mustard now. Show me how. Spreading it on a little of this bologna. Hopping that we don't run out. If we do, I'm sure that I'll miss bologna. Never gonna stop, eat it up. Such a tasty snack. I always eat too much and throw up. But I'll soon be back for my, yee, woo, my bologna.
A bartender turns to Harvey.
Yeah, how can I?
He spies Harvey's gun. Harvey notices. He reaches into his front pocket, takes out his wallet, and flashes his badge.
Don't worry, I'm a cop.
Can I get you anything?
Not now, I'm on duty.
The bartender nods and gets back to work.
Go into the market now. I'm the city biggest bologna buyer. Walking down the shopping aisles. Filling up my basket with Oscar Mayer. Never gonna stop, eat it up. Such a tasty snack. I always eat too much and throw up. But I'll soon be back for my, yee, woo, my bologna.
The audience applauds.
All right, everybody, we'll be back with more tunes after a quick break.
Al heads to the bar and spies Harvey.
Hey, it's Harvey, the Wonder Hamster.
What did I tell you about calling me that?
Aw, did I hurt someone's feelings?
Silence.
Come on, Harvey. I'm just playing with you.
Al, did you get my message?
What? No, what message?
Someone's been murdered.
I stepped away from that life, man. I'm a musician now.
Al gestures to the stage.
This is the life.
Yeah, singing novelty songs about food must be great.
Hey, eat it, pal.
I think you may have some special interest in this case.
What's so interesting about it?
Whoever hired Santa, he's back.
Shock reads off of Al's face.
No? No!
Come see for yourself.
Interior Madonna's mansion, front hall, night. Multiple police officers investigate the crime scene. Yellow crime scene tapes covers the doorway, and the camera flashes light up the room as officers take pictures of broken windows, bloodstains, and other damage from the altercation. Harvey and Al approach the door, and Frank, mid-20s, the officer guarding the door, tries to prevent them from entering. Harvey flashes his badge.
Detective Harvey Little and Alfred Yankovic.
Frank lets them through. Harvey walks ahead while Al holds back.
Hey, Frank. Haven't seen you since we were still at the academy. How's life?
Great. Just got me a 2,000-inch television.
Wow.
Can't tell me about it. I also got cable to go with it.
Nice. So where will you put it? You won't be able to fit that thing in your house.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll figure something out.
Al.
Al looks over to Harvey and back to Frank.
I gotta go.
Al follows Harvey into the next room. Interior Madonna's mansion, study, night. Al enters the room to see as much damage as he saw in the other room. On the floor lies a body under a white sheet as bloodstains seep onto the carpet from underneath.
Melanie Levinson, age 25. She worked as a waitress at the Material Girl Lounge.
It's a damn shame.
Al looks around the room. He goes back to the body, spies a purple card laying on the bloodstain. Al picks up the card to see that it has Prince's love symbol printed on it.
What you thinking, Al?
Showing Harvey the card.
It's his work, all right. But who is he?
Ma'am, you can't come in here.
Damn right I can. I live here.
We got trouble.
Al sighs.
Great. I'll take care of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Interior Madonna's mansion, front hall, night. Al steps out of the bedroom to see Madonna at the door arguing with Frank.
What the hell are you doing here?
How's it going, Madonna?
Silence.
Let her in.
Yeah, but protocol.
I believe she knows the victim.
Frank steps aside, allowing Madonna to come in.
What's going on? What victim?
Madonna, do you know Melanie?
Interior Madonna's mansion, kitchen, day. Madonna, shaking, sits at the table and holds a mug of coffee. Across from her sits Harvey, holding a pen and a notebook, and Al.
I hired Melanie over at the lounge about a year ago. Always a spark of positivity when she worked.
But why was she here?
I was getting to that. A couple of nights ago, she came into work and she
what?
She didn't seem herself. She seemed scared. When I tried to talk to her about it, she told me that she felt like she was being followed.
By who?
She didn't know. I figured a frequent customer with an unhealthy crush. She couldn't even prove that it was actually happening, but she felt unsafe and I offered to let her stay here. But look how much good that did her.
When was this?
When was she murdered? You're not a very good cop.
When did you tell her to stay here?
A couple of nights ago. I gave her some time off so she could get settled in.
And where were you?
At the lounge.
Why didn't you stay home yourself?
When you run one of the biggest clubs in town, you can't be two places at once. Now, can you?
I don't understand why you couldn't have a guard from your club stay here with her.
Okay, Al, outside, now. Let me finish this.
Al stands up, about to say something. He resists and walks away. Exterior Madonna's mansion, driveway, night. Al sits on the steps to the mansion. Harvey exits the building and walks past Al. Al gets up and follows.
Well?
Harvey and Al get to Harvey's car.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you?
You don't badger people close to the victim. If anyone should know that, it's you.
Oh, come on. That was a crappy move to leave that poor girl by herself, and you know it.
I don't care. I shouldn't have let you on this case.
Harvey, did you forget that you practically begged me to do so?
Well, that was before I knew.
Knew what?
That was before I knew Madonna was going to be a factor.
Yeah. I guess I didn't think of that.
But that history is helpful to this case.
What?
I showed Madonna the card, but given how damn stubborn she is, she won't give me a straight answer.
Crap.
She did say to tell you to think of Coonies.
That doesn't make any sense.
You're telling me. Come on, I'll give you a ride home.
Al gets into the passenger seat, and Harvey starts to walk to the driver's side. A gun fires from within Harvey's car. All the nearby police officers pull out their guns and aim in the direction of the car. The passenger door opens and Al pokes his head out.
Sorry, that was me. I sat on my gun.
Harvey sighs, as he and the other cops put their weapons down.
I'm getting too old for this crap.
He gets into the driver's seat of the car. Interior, Prince's throne room, night. Larry, 30s, a man who's been hardened by a life of crime, walks in. He walks past various flags, banners, and tapestries as they hang on the walls. Larry reaches the throne and kneels. At the throne sits Prince, early 30s, a man who's short in stature and whose masculinity and femininity scream out through his stance, his appearance similar to that of his character in Purple Rain.
Yes.
She's dead.
Perfect.
Prince stands and walks down the steps of his throne.
With Madonna dead, the day will come when I will prove how much of a hack Al Yankovic is.
Madonna?
Yes, that is who you're supposed to kill. You did kill her, correct?
Yeah, I didn't.
Why not?
I mean, I killed a girl that looked a lot like her who happened to be at her house, but it wasn't Madonna.
You buffoon. What point is having a plan if no one is willing to follow it?
Well,
Were you really going to answer, Larry? That was a rhetorical question.
which one? The one you just asked or the one before that?
Shut up.
Prince sighs.
Get out of my face.
Larry
No.
starts to leave.
No. Scratch that.
Larry stops.
I got 3 more targets for you.
Do you want me to correct my mistake first?
No, I will take care of that myself.
Interior, Al's apartment, bedroom, night. Al sits on his bed eating from a carton of Rocky Road as he flips through a photo album. In the corner of the room sits a television which has an old sitcom playing. A bookcase leans against the wall next to Al's bed. Within the case sits multiple records, VHS tapes, toys, and action figures. Al lands on a page in the album. He stares at a picture of him and Madonna cheek to cheek, looking right back at him. Underneath the photo it says Cooney's Japanese Cuisine, 1984. Interior, Cooney's Japanese Cuisine, night, flashback. Madonna and Al, mid-laughter, sit at their table, which has plates of sushi and half-empty glasses covering it. Al has chopsticks sticking to 2 pieces of fish and moves them across the table like dancing feet. Other customers sit at tables spread throughout the room, and a piano player sits at his piano on a small stage at the far end of the room. Japanese art covers the walls of the restaurant, and in the middle of the floor sits an aquarium containing various fish and octopus.
I think Like a Surgeon is a wonderful title. I think you should go with that.
Madonna.
I finally made it through med school. Somehow I made it through.
Madonna, I don't know if I have the time to sit down and actually write it.
Why not find the time?
I wish it was that simple.
Well, you work too much. I think we need a day to come together and release the pressure.
Please don't say it.
We need a holiday.
Madonna,
A flash comes from the camera of a paparazzi.
do you mind?
Al, it's okay.
She presses her cheek against Al's.
Smile, Al.
Al does so as the paparazzi takes another picture.
We would love a copy of that if possible.
Paparazzo nods and walks away. Prince approaches them.
Paparazzis can always make or break an evening.
Oh, hey, Prince. Wasn't expecting you to be here.
I do love surprise appearances.
Right.
Oh, right. Prince, this is Al.
Al gets up from his seat and extends his hand.
So, you're her new lover?
Yeah, so?
Nothing.
Prince grabs hold of Al's hand and the two shake. Al notices an emblem around Prince's neck in the shape of the love symbol. Interior, Al's apartment, bedroom, night. Al falls out of his bed as he reaches for the phone that sits on the nightstand on the other side of the bed. He gets up and dials a number.
Harv? Hey, sorry I know it's late. I got something. Can you meet me at my place in the morning? A warrant? We can get it first thing.
Exterior, Al's apartment, day. Harvey stands by his car waiting. He looks at his watch. Al comes out of his apartment. He's carrying his accordion on his back and holding a Twinkie wiener sandwich in one hand.
What took you so long?
I have to get ready. Oh, and make breakfast.
We need to talk about your eating habits.
Hey, don't judge the Twinkie wiener sandwich until you've tried it.
Al offers some of it to Harvey.
I'm okay.
Al shrugs and heads to the passenger side of the car.
Did you bring the accordion?
Well, accordion to me.
Funny.
Hey, my old one has saved our skins multiple times.
Yeah, until Claus crushed it open like a chestnut.
Not funny. It's coming. Are we getting the warrant?
That's our first stop. Now, get in the car.
All right, Gilligan. Let's go see the skipper.
Interior Police Department, lobby, day. Al and Harvey sit outside the chief's office. At a nearby desk sits a secretary.
I feel like I'm in high school waiting to go into the principal's office.
You know, you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Would you stop? I honestly wonder what the chief needs. Could it disrupt the case?
Harvey, relax. We'll be fine.
The chief will see you now. Harvey groans as he and Al stand up to go in the office. Interior, Police Department, Chief's office, day. The chief's desk sits in the middle of the room. 2 empty chairs sit on Al and Harvey's side. An office chair sits on the other side, facing away from them.
You wanted to speak to us, Chief?
The chair turns to reveal Chief Demento, 40s, wearing a top hat and glasses, along with the usual police chief uniform. He's been on the force longer than Harvey and Al, and it shows.
What's up, Doc?
Sit, both of you.
Harvey and Al do so.
I hear you already have a possible suspect on the Levinson murder.
Yes, we do.
Do you have any substantial evidence?
Al shows Chief the purple card.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
So you're expecting to waste department time with a warrant for a lousy card that just happens to be purple with that symbol on it.
This is his calling card, Doc. It has been used before. If it wasn't him directly, it was someone working for him.
Sorry, Al. I know you have a bad history with him, but until you have more concrete evidence, there is nothing we can do. I don't even want you talking to him or even making eye contact with him.
But
My word is final. That's all.
Al and Harvey get up to leave.
this is utter crap.
Al,
Both Harvey and Al stop to look at him.
a moment alone.
Al and Harvey look to each other. Al nods, and Harvey steps back into the lobby.
Yeah, Doc?
First, I would rather you call me Chief in front of the others.
Sorry, force of habit.
No harm, no foul. Secondly, I have always thought you would promise. You get results. The thing is, you're too damn stubborn.
Doc, Chief, what are you trying to say?
Pulls out an invitation to an event at the Material Girl Lounge.
I got invited to a soiree at Madonna's club. Word through the grapevine is that our little man in the purple suit will be in attendance.
So
I think you should take a night off, and you and your +1 should stop by.
Al takes the invitation.
thank you. You won't regret this, boss.
Good luck, and don't die.
Gee, thanks.
Al walks to the door.
Oh, and Al,
Al stops.
it's a themed party, so dress appropriately.
Interior, Police Department, lobby, day. As Al exits the office, Harvey approaches him.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Well, that will change.
Why? What's going on?
There are 3 more murders.
What? Who are the victims?
Cindy Lauper, Huey Lewis, and Greg Ken.
Oh my God.
That's not the worst part. They all had purple cards on them.
Let's get some.
Exterior, Material Girl Lounge, night. Al and Harvey sit in Harvey's car across the street from the lounge, both of them dressed in 1930s attire. Harvey keeps a lookout on the club while Al eats Oreos.
You know, I was watching U62 last week. I'm taking a liking to their new stuff.
I've always been a Beverly Hillbillies kind of guy.
The more you know.
Al eats another Oreo.
Do you always have to be eating?
What? It comforts me. Plus, I love the white stuff.
Can you at least chew quieter?
They hear an engine approaching the club.
Harvey?
What?
Al and Harvey see a car pull up outside the club, and out steps Prince, also dressed in 30s themed attire. Prince gets off the motorcycle and gives his keys to the valet. Prince meets with Larry, and they go inside.
What's the plan?
Let's boogie.
Al grabs his accordion and gets out of the car.
That's not much of a plan.
No response from Al.
Uh-huh. Great conversationalist.
He gets out of the car and follows Al. When he catches up, they show their invitations to the guard and head inside. Interior, Material Girl Lounge, night. Al, accordion in hand, walks into the club. Harvey enters right behind him. Multiple guests in 1930s garb partake in various conversations. They sit at designated tables or stand throughout the club. The club decor also takes heavy influence of those from the 1930s. A singer performs on stage.
God, it looks like Johnny dangerously threw up in here. We need to keep an eye out for Prince.
I didn't bring a dusting kit.
Not Prince. Prince.
Oh, I got ya.
Let's split up. We can cover more ground that way.
Al nods, and he and Al walk in separate directions. The singer finishes her song and applause rumbles throughout the club. An announcer who looks like the spitting image of Al Capone takes the stage as the singer exits.
Wasn't she wonderful? About another round of applause.
The crowd applauds again.
Now, in this moment you've all been waiting for, the queen of pop herself, Madonna.
The guests applaud again as Madonna, dressed similar to her appearance in Dick Tracy, takes the stage. She stands in front of the microphone as the announcer leaves the stage.
I want to thank you all for coming tonight. It means so much to me.
She spies Al, who nods.
And to show how appreciative I am, I would love to sing you a song.
Applause from the guests. Madonna sings a jazz rendition of one of her songs. While Madonna sings, Al and Harvey search through the crowd. Al finally spies Prince close to the stage. He approaches, but when he gets closer, a gun is cocked. He turns to see Larry pointing one at his head.
Please have a seat, Alfred.
Al does so.
I know why you're here.
Then you know I have to place you under arrest.
That would be uncalled for.
Oh?
With the people who have died in the last couple of days, I doubt people would believe a word you say.
What do you mean?
Think about it. Greg, Cindy, Huey. What do they all have in common?
I parodied their songs.
Exactly.
But what about Melanie? She was a waitress, not a musician.
Unfortunately, she got in the way and ended up taking the place of someone else.
Al looks to Madonna.
Why do all of this?
You are praised for the hard work of others, and those poor three who were killed could no longer be deemed as true artists, so...
So you resorted to murder to ruin my reputation? That is complete crap. I don't want to take the fall for your lack of sense of humor.
Larry presses his gun against Al's head.
Or will you?
Harvey knocks out Larry with his gun and aims at Prince. The music stops and everyone stares at them. Prince stands up. He moves to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the interruption.
Once he reaches the stage, he moves Madonna out of the way.
But the one responsible for the murders for the last couple of days has graced us with his presence.
Gasps and muttering from the guests break throughout the room.
Al Yankovic is that murderer, and he has come here to add me to his list.
Liar! It's him! We have the proof!
What, those lousy purple cards?
Funny, we didn't say anything about any cards.
Well, I guess the secret's out. But I wish I could say the same about the people in this room. Boys!
Multiple henchmen dressed as though they work for the Secret Service enter the room. Each one is armed with a special weapon, from nunchucks to katanas.
This is not good.
You can say that again.
This is no...
Harvey slaps Al in the back of the head.
I hope you guys are ready for a fight, because you got one.
Madonna joins Harvey and Al by their side. They get all into fighting positions as Prince's henchmen surround them. A purple guitar floats down into Prince's hands.
And I figured I'd set some mood music.
Taking the accordion off his back.
You and I couldn't agree more.
The fight begins. Al pushes a button on the side of his accordion to reveal a compartment containing a machine gun barrel. Prince and the band perform a song, and the henchmen run toward Al, Madonna, and Harvey, and vice versa. Guests scream, getting out of his way.
I thought this was... Yeah.
Al fires the gun at a group of henchmen running towards him. A henchman hits him in the back of his head with a nunchuck.
Joe, okay, that hurt.
The henchman swings again. Al blocks with his accordion. Music notes play with the movement. The henchman swings 1, 2, 3 more times, each time being blocked by Al's accordion. The latter in turn twirling his accordion like Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. He throws the nunchucks to the ground and holds up his fists.
Really?
The henchman throws a punch to which Al dodges, twirling behind him. Al takes his accordion and wraps it around the henchman's neck, suffocating him.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Harvey fires his gun at various henchmen while trying to avoid party guests. A katana-wielding henchman runs towards Harvey and with a clash, knocks the gun out of Harvey's hands with a blade. He swings the blade again, to which Harvey dodges. The two repeat again and again. Harvey punches the henchman in the face, grabbing the katana as he falls.
You're pitiful.
Another henchman leaps towards Harvey from behind. Harvey turns and swings his new katana, cutting open the henchman's neck. A nunchuck-wielding henchman charges at Harvey. He swings the nunchuck. In response, Harvey raises his katana, catching the weapon with the blade. Harvey headbutts the henchman, knocking him out. Madonna. A henchman flies through the air towards Madonna with a leg extended for a kick. Madonna grabs his leg and twirls him around before letting go and sending him face first into a wall of alcoholic beverages behind her. Another henchman charges towards her. Madonna grabs a half-empty glass of scotch off the table and smashes it into his face, knocking him out. Larry walks up and kicks Madonna in the stomach, launching her into a table, causing it to break underneath. She moans as she rolls over and sees Harvey's gun. Larry walks over to Madonna and points his gun at her face.
It's time to fix my mistake.
He cocks his gun. Madonna rolls over just as Larry fires and grabs Harvey's gun. Madonna stands.
Sucks to be you, nerf herder.
She fires, knocking the gun out of Larry's hand. Larry drops to his knees, cradling his bleeding hand. The fight ends. Madonna has her gun aimed at Prince, with Al aiming his accordion. Harvey stands in a fighting position with his katana. To Madonna.
Where'd you get a gun?
Grabbed it when it got knocked out of Harvey's hands.
Madonna hands Harvey back his gun.
Oh,
I almost got away with this.
well,
Al looks to Harvey.
Go ahead.
according to me, we're some meddling kids you don't want to mess with.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You think it seemed right?
Shouldn't we call for help?
Right.
Prince makes a run for it.
Crap.
I'm on it.
Holstering his accordion,
No, Harvey, this is between me and him. I need you and Madonna to get back up.
Copy that.
Be careful.
Al nods before running off. Exterior alley, night. Al chases Prince before tackling him. This causes the two of them to crash through a wall. Interior dojo, night. Both laying on the floor, surrounded by debris and swords. Al and Prince get to their feet. Prince picking up a sword.
I see you aren't tired of my company.
Please, I'd rather dive into a swimming pool filled with double-edged razor blades than spend one more minute with you.
You're so sweet.
He twirls a sword and throws it at Al. Al spies a sword by his feet. He picks it up and swings. The two blades clash, just when the flying sword almost goes between his eyes.
Impressive.
Domo arigato.
Prince runs at Al, throwing a punch. Al catches his fist with one hand and throws him across the room. Prince stands up and gets into a fighting stance. Al now charges his sword extended towards him. Prince stomps on Al's foot, literally flattening it like a pancake. Al drops his sword, grabs his foot, and begins jumping around in pain. Prince throws a fist and hitting Al in the face, knocking him to the ground. Al stands up and unholsters his accordion. Prince lifts his leg and kicks the accordion in half.
Look familiar?
Al drops his accordion and jumps midair and kicks Prince in the side of the face. He lands and immediately positions himself into a fighting position. Blood runs down from Prince's mouth. He wipes it with his finger and looks at it. Al charges at Prince and begins to throw punches and kicks every which way. With every move, Prince blocks, seemingly untouched by Al's attacks. Prince throws a punch right into Al's stomach, causing Al to fly into a wall on the opposite side of the room. Al charges back at Prince. As he gets closer, he stops and sidekicks Prince. Prince throws his fist and uppercuts Al and knocks him down once more. Al attempts to get up, but fails.
After seeing what you were capable of at the club, I thought that this would be more of a challenge. But then again, you didn't have the help. Your ex-lover, that radioactive alien hamster this time.
I'm so sick of you.
Oh, poor thing. But I hate to break it to you. You failed.
Prince lets out a maniacal laugh.
I got a boogie.
Prince walks towards the hole in the wall that he and Al made. Al looks at the sword he dropped. He picks it up and throws it at Prince. The sword goes right through Prince's shoulder, who puts his hand over the wound and drops to his knees. Al gets to his feet and walks towards Prince while taking out handcuffs.
This can't be. It's not possible.
Al
No.
putting Prince in handcuffs.
Trust me, it is.
Al lifts Prince as sirens of oncoming police vehicles can be heard in the distance.
Whoa, would you look at that? It seems as though your new fan club is on the way.
Harvey and Madonna appear in the hole, guns in hand.
Al, are you okay?
Yeah, better than that time I was on Jeopardy. You guys?
I'm just glad we don't have to deal with this jerk anymore.
Should have killed you myself, you little.
Madonna lifts her leg and kicks Prince right in the crotch.
Whoa!
Not cool.
What?
You don't just kick a man in the fun zone when he's already down.
Sorry.
No harm done. But that was still well played.
Al raises his hand and Madonna gives him a high five. Exterior Material Girl Lounge night. Police officers walk in and out of the club. Those that exit the club have Prince's men in handcuffs. Al, Madonna, and Harvey lean against the police cruiser that has Prince inside.
What a crazy couple of days.
Tell me about it.
Chief Demento approaches the three.
Hey, Chief.
Gentlemen and lady, I wanted to commend you for a job well done.
All in a day's work.
Right. Al, I know you stepped away from being a cop, but I wanted you to offer your job back.
I'll do it.
Walk before you run, buddy.
Yeah, Al, are you sure you don't want to think about it for a few days?
No! I'm sure. Though I enjoy being a musician, for the last 4 years, I never realized how much I missed being a cop until now.
Are you giving up the music?
Nah, no way am I giving that up.
Very well. Madonna, given your assistance on this case, I would like to extend an offer for you to join the force. I'll consider it. See, that's how you do it.
Demento nods.
Get some rest, and I will see you at the station in a couple of days.
Chief Demento shakes hands with everybody before walking away.
Good to have you back, Al. The force isn't the same without you.
It's good to be back.
A large beam of light shines over the trio. The three look up to the sky to see a UFO flying over them.
When did we end up in a Star Trek episode?
That's your main concern right now?
No, Harvey, were you expecting family this weekend by any chance?
No, my folks are from a planet near Mars, and our ships look nothing like that.
Gotcha. How screwed do you think we are?
Not sure. We haven't met them yet.
True.
The ship lands in the middle of the street in front of the club. A ramp extends from the front of the ship. Two slime creatures walk down. The creatures have slimy reptilian skin that's covered in fungus. In their claws, as sharp as their teeth, they're holding laser rifles.
I think we got this.
Sure.
They look at everyone with their fly-like eyes.
People of Earth, bow down to your new supreme overlords.
Everyone except for Al does so. Al looks at Harvey and Madonna.
Guys?
Al sighs.
Guess I'll do it myself.
The creatures aim their rifles at Al.
We said bow, Earthling.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Chief.
And why not?
What can I say? I dare to be stupid.
The end.